Good morning everyone and welcome to a very rainy London Heathrow Terminal 2. We're here today to fly Iceland Air on board their Boeing 767-300 in Saga Class to Reykjavík Keflavik. Saga Class is the name given to Iceland Air's most premium product. It's not quite up to the standard of most long-haul business products, but will definitely do for this relatively short flight to Iceland. Iceland Air departs Heathrow from Terminal 2, which is Heathrow's newest terminal after it was rebuilt and opened in 2016. It shares many characteristics with Terminal 5, featuring a main check-in terminal where most of the European flights depart from, and then a separate satellite terminal where most of the long-haul flights depart from. After check-in, I then headed through security into the main waiting area. As I'm flying business class today, I'd be able to access one of the two short-haul lounges. Aer Lingus and Lufthansa are the only two short-haul airlines with lounges here at Terminal 2, however airlines with codeshare agreements can use these lounges as well, so Iceland Air used the Aer Lingus lounge. The Aer Lingus lounge is quite a bit smaller than the Lufthansa lounge, but still features various snacks and drinks you can help yourself to, as well as hot food which can be ordered via an app. The lounge also features free Wi-Fi which I made use of while helping myself to coffee. After waiting for just over an hour, it was then time to head to my gate where I saw the aircraft that would be taking me to Iceland. This is Tango Foxtrot India Sierra Oscar, a 21-year-old Boeing 767-300ER. And this is the exact same aircraft I flew on this exact same flight back in 2018. It started life with Air New Zealand in 2000, then transferred to Air India in 2006, Garuda Indonesia in 2008, Air Austral in 2009, Transaero in 2010, and then finally Iceland Air in 2016. After that, it was then time to board and I headed through the exact same door I entered in 2018, however this time I wouldn't be flying economy. My seat today would be 5 Alpha, which is the last row in the Saga Class cabin, which is configured in a strange 2 aisle 1 aisle 2 configuration. The seat features a footrest, seat back pocket, and IFE screen. But shortly after that, we began our pushback and taxi out to runway 27 left. After takeoff, we were then given a pair of noise-cancelling headphones, and then after that, service began almost immediately, with the cabin crew bringing around the drinks menu for today's flight. I went for some Ulfrun 34 IPA, which is their way of saying mango flavoured beer. This was then served with some tomato crostinis. Following that came the main course, which consisted of a fillet steak with a sweet potato salad, asparagus and a béarnaise sauce. This was then served with bread, whipped butter and a panna cotta mango dessert. With the flight being 2.5 hours long, there was just about enough time to watch a movie. I was a little disappointed with the selection as there weren't many options, but in the end I started watching 2001: A Space Odyssey. For international service, Icelandair used 3 main types of aircraft. They have 17 Boeing 757s, 11 Boeing 737 MAXs, and 4 of these Boeing 767s for their high demand destinations such as London, Paris, New York and Boston. With both the 757 and 767 now getting on to be over 20 years old, what will be the replacements? Originally, the 737 MAX was due to replace the 757, however after the incidents and groundings that the 737 MAX encountered, several of Icelandair's MAX orders have now been cancelled. As well as this, Icelandair placed orders for 4 Boeing 787s, which were originally scheduled to replace these 767s on their high demand routes. However, Icelandair then cancelled these orders in 2011, leaving no complete successor in line for both the 757 and 767 until very recently. For most of the airline's life, they've stayed loyal to Boeing, operating such aircraft as the 727, 737, 747, 757 and 767. But in July of 2021, Icelandair placed orders for 30 Airbus A321s, specifically 20 A321LRs and 10 A321XLRs. And with plans to convert half their 767 fleet into cargo aircraft, these 767s could well be the last wide-body aircraft Icelandair operates on passenger service. But not long after that, we began our descent into Keflavik, and today we'll be landing on runway 01. One new addition to Keflavik since last time I visited are these new hardstand jet bridges. While flights through Iceland have boomed over the last decade, Keflavik airports haven't expanded their terminal that much, meaning that a lot of flights will use remote stands. At most airports, this will mean stairs that can be moved to the door of the plane, but here at Keflavik, they now have these isolated jet bridges, which then lead you down to a bus which will take you to the main terminal. My overall experience today on board Icelandair in Saga Class was a positive one. Saga Class is often compared to other transatlantic business classes in a negative way, but one thing that seems to always be left out is the price. While Saga Class doesn't rival any business class products from the likes of British Airways or Lufthansa, tickets on board those flights can reach close to £1,000, while my flight today cost just under £200. The seat was nothing special and only featured a slight recline with a nice amount of personal space, but the food was incredible and the service was impeccable. For the price I paid, I absolutely believe Saga Class is worth it, and with that, I want to thank you very much for watching today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.